see the roads. Well, look at the river Nila. That's it. It's a beautiful sight from here. Birds chirping all over. Such a great place it is. This marks the glory of that bygone old age. 65 acres of divine rich bliss, calmness, peace and solitude. Welcome to Old Motors Motorcycles. That's our new video that breaks in a new series where we would like to explore and excavate more and more about old vintage and classic motorcycles. It is a journey to meet up the old motorcycle enthusiasts, experts and mechanics to scan out the existing legendary motorcycles that are on road, and to know more and more about vintage motorcycles, spare parts and other accessories that are available now. So stay tuned and subscribe our channel if you are an old motorcycle enthusiast, and you can find more on vintage motorcycles and classic motorcycle restoration and many more. That's a fine morning today, and rainy days. Early morning, the traffic is about to explode here. Now we are crossing the town of Vattapalam. The roads are almost free now, and this is the heart of Vattapalam, the town. My bike is so familiar with these roads, the potholes and everything here. It's my hometown. Today we are heading to Thrissur. Thrissur is almost 60 kilometers from here. From there to Irinjalakuda, 30 kilometers I think so. We are on our way to see and ride some of the G2 Royal Enfield Bullets today, and to see some spare parts and meet some old workshops that are there at Irinjalakuda and near around. The custodian is one of my best friend Ambadi, and who is much familiar with old Royal Enfield bullets and restoration of bullets and spare parts. I can see rain ahead. It is almost raining past 2 or 3 weeks here without a stop. Love to ride in the rain, but not today. We have some works to do, so let's go fast. The handlebar is little bit wobbling. I think the front brake carrier plate nut is little bit loose, and every time I adjust it these days it is getting loose again. I don't know what it is. Maybe the axle thread may be worn out. So we have almost covered the town of Vattapalam, and we are heading in the Shornur route. Still I can't find any traffic. Usually it used to be a little bit rush by this time. Always love this speed, that is not crossing 60 kilometers per hour in the old G2 or B1 bullets. It's a fine speed, and we can feel the good thump and the more complete motorcycle in our control in this average speed of 50 to 60. Hope everyone riding G2 bullets will be much loving this speed of 50 to 60, because overspeeding in an old Royal Enfield I never recommend, and it is not at all that that good to overspeed. I can find many problems, that is the timing is not good in this bike now. The point is little bit changed. I think I can't feel that proper timing now because the bike is lying idle for many months and I don't use it any longer these days for daily running and all. And many works I have to do, and it's always Royal Enfield means works lag on and keeping on coming, like there is no stop for that. So we are reaching another town after Attapalam, that is Kulapulli. Actually, this is a junction. The left takes to Thrissur and the straight road leading to Ponnani. We have traveled almost 20 kilometers and this road leads to Shornur, and from Shornur again I think around 30 kilometers to Thrissur. The roads are not that good. I think some works are going ahead. Too many potholes and the rain also made it even worse. It's really bad and you can see the water logging here and there. It is seriously danger in the rainy season. Again, some works are going on. I think it will be soon patched and rain made it worse. Coming to the suspension part, I've done some modifications in my bike. It's a 69 Royal Enfield and it used to come with the threaded bottom tubes, and I've changed it to the 90s type. I think I haven't changed the oil seals past 7 or 8 years. It's really good because the threaded one that used to come in the G2 bullets, that is really disgusting. Even though if the threads are gone, we have to dismantle the complete front assembly and to retreading. It's really a tedious task. And also the threaded oil seals that we used to get these days in the market is really bad. We can't trust them because even after 10 or 20 kilometers the oil seeps through, so no guarantee. So I recommend changing the front forks to the new type because that really works. That is, if you're looking for a practical bike to work on the roads like these, and definitely that will be helping you a lot. I don't even check the front suspension oil because I can't find a drop anywhere around the front suspension. It's really good one. Some used to stick on to the old threaded ones. If you are looking for the original vintage look, that works, but for riding practicality it is not that much advisable. So this is another junction. Actually, this is a junction that takes to the Shornur town. Shornur is the next main town after Attapalam. It's a junction. It's a hub actually, and it is a border town that is in between two districts, the Palakkad district and the Thrissur district. Also, this is a town where you can see the largest railway station, that is Shornur Junction in Kerala. So we are entering the Shornur town and the road is really bad. I don't want to make the clutch too much strained. That I really don't like in the long rides. That will make the bike too much heating. And the heating also, I've done some modifications in this bike. I've turned the clutch into 4-plate clutch assembly. See the roads. Yes, really it's yes, the clutch I've changed some modifications I've done. I've turned the really bad road. I've turned it into 4-plate clutch assembly. That is really worth in the practical bikes. That is usually it should be 3-plate assembly for the G2 or B1 engines, and that is good, and that is good, but not in the traffic and in the roads like these, because the bike, the heat, it's too much of heating. I used to feel when I used to ride with the 3-plate clutch assembly in the towns and the roads like this. And this one is really good, and it gives a good average, and it is much free in the traffic. The shifting also is properly done with the 4-plate clutch assembly. And I've changed the balls of the clutch bell into bush type modification. In some of the videos incoming, I can put some videos on the modification of the clutch. That will be really helpful for the bikes that you are riding for the practical daily use purpose. This is Shornur town. This is a main town. This is the heart of Shornur. Shornur is a beautiful place. It's really nostalgic for me. I had many friends here when I was in school. It's a place where we used to hang around. A place that is really beautiful. This is a small town located near the river Nila, and it's a beautiful place. There are many small villages, many good landscapes, and a lot more. It's a famous shooting location of many Malayalam movies. Now we are entering the railway zone. Here is a Shornur railway junction. That's the largest junction of Kerala. It's a big hub, and it is free now. The trains are less, I think, so it's traffic free. Usually it used to be very crowded in this road. So here's the railway entrance, the entrance to the railway junction, Shornur. And this is a place where there are many theaters, film theaters. Used to be very famous ones, but now the disastrous corona had changed everything. This is a famous theater, Melam. I have heard that even film actor Mohanlal used to visit here for watching his movies. And this is another theater. All famous theaters that is there in the Palakkad district. So we have crawled through the Shornur town, again connected to the Thrissur main route. This is a railway zone, and from this bridge, there's an overbridge. From this bridge you can get a view of the complete railway junction. That is the largest junction in Kerala. Come, let's have a look at it. It's really beautiful to watch it from here. Just check it. It's an important railway junction because it is the point at which the line from Chennai, Erode and Palakkad meets the coastal line of Mangalore to Kanyakumari. Also, the Shornur junction is the north from which a separate railway branch line goes to the town of Nilambu, and it's about 66 kilometers to the north, and the Nilambu-Shornur line which connects two tiny hill towns. Let's have a walk around to check is there any mishappenings. I can see too much of oil seeping under the tappet valve door that I've recently changed to the old one. It needs little more facing to keep the oil intact inside. For longer rides it shows the oil seeping, and this is the worst thing, that is for long rides the oil seeps through the packings and the old bikes. It's the worst thing that the new packings are also not that good. It's too brittle that it will be new, but when we tighten it gets brittle and it shows some pores through which the oil get leaks when the engine is too hot. And I'm planning to do the packings in the cork sheet next time. That may hold the oils a little bit better than this one that is available in the shops these days. So this is the Cherudurthi bridge. This bridge connects the two districts, that is the Palakkad district and the Thrissur district. It's a beautiful bridge, and you can see the river Nila from here. Come, let's have a look at the river Nila. It is not advisable to park on the bridge, but unfortunately I'm too much irresistible to watch Nila flowing like this full. It's a rare sight to see this Nila flowing like this, touching the two ends. It's unsafe to park on the bridge, but let's have a look at the other side. You can see another bridge, that is an old British bridge that got crashed. Just check out the water flowing. And this is the old bridge that is dying. You can see the remnants here and there, but it is still there like a monument that reminds of the old glory. That's it. It's a beautiful sight from here. See how she's flowing, touching the two ends. Okay, so let's go. Sorry for the inconvenience that I've created to the traffic. Lot to explore here around the Shornur Cherudurthi circle, because this is a most beautiful place in this area. You know why? It is vested in the bank of river Nila. That is really beautiful, and this is famous for many shooting locations of Malayalam movies. Now we are entering to the next town. Now we have entered the Thrissur district. This place is Cherudurthi, or it's also known as Vallathol Nagar, and you can see the old Kalamandalam here to my right. So this is Cherudurthi town. Cherudurthi is an art village, and it is known for Kerala Kalamandalam. Famous Kerala Kalamandalam is deemed to be the University of Art and Culture under Government of India. It's a center of learning Indian performing arts, especially the ones developed in South India, mainly in Kerala. So this is the main gate of the deemed university, Kerala Kalamandalam. There are restrictions entering this compound.
Ambadi, hello. ഞാൻ Ambadi ഷൊർണൂർ കഴിഞ്ഞു.
Kerala Kalamandalam gave a second life to three major classical dance performing arts of Kerala, as Kathakali, Kudiyattam and Mohiniyattam. It's always good to take some breaks if you are riding old bikes, because it gives us enough time to examine our bikes at different points of time. If something happening wrong or some mishappenings there around the engine part, only the old bikers understand that. Now we are crossing through the Agamala forest range. This is the road cut through some hills. The road is really soothing and it's completely covered with trees. We can see a railway line cutting across the road here. We are nearing Thrissur, and there is one more blissful spot that is one of my favorite place near Thrissur, where we often visit whenever we cross this road. We just check out the beauty of this place. This place is another heaven near our hometown Ottapalam. It's all calm and serene over here. It's a temple, Uttralikavu temple. I love watching motorcycle in front of this temple because it's an awful sight and we can't stop watching our motorcycle in such a beautiful place. Cool breeze hitting me, one of the nicest things that can be found on a warm day like this. Birds chirping all over. Such a great place it is. I have no words for this place. It's an amazing place near Thrissur, and whenever you are visiting around this corner, just touch this place and go because it worth a lot. This place is famous for film shooting locations. It's filled with lush, it's filled with nature, and the ambience that gives in such a warm morning is amazing. Uttralikavu temple is some 2 kilometers north of Vadakanjeri on the Kodungalur-Shornur state highway, just aside Thrissur-Shornur railway line, amidst the paddy fields and surrounded by a chain of highlands and hills. The temple compound forms a rather arena-like stage when the Puram festival and its associated features such as the elephant procession, fireworks, orchestra, etc. would be held. Despite the fact that the temple is rather small in size compared to its counterparts in Kerala, and that it is located in an isolated rural part of the district, during the festival season, the temple and village races to media attraction and news fame. So we have landed Thrissur, the land of festivals, the land of Tuskers, and of course the land of old vintage and classic motorcycles and cars. There is lot to explore here in Thrissur, and when it comes to vintage vehicles, there are treasures known and unknown here. I have many friends here who are also old vehicle enthusiasts and collectors of old British motorcycles and cars. We'll meet them one after another in our coming episodes. So stay tuned to our channel and stay stick on to this series for more videos from Thrissur. So we are entering the famous Swaraj Round, or Thrissur Round is the local name for this circular road, which is almost 2 kilometers length in the center of the city of Thrissur. This surrounds almost 65 acres hillock called the Tekingad Maidan, which seats the famous Vadakunathan temple. Swaraj Round is the biggest roundabout in South Asia. Is it unbelievable? It is one of the largest financial, commercial, and business centers in Kerala. 17 roads are joining to the Suraj Round, encircling the Tekkingad Maidan. Suraj Round surrounds the small hillock on which the famous Vadakunathan temple dedicated to Lord Shiva is built. It is the largest circular road surrounding a ground in India. It is the second largest roundabout in the world. And what else? There are two temples associated with this round. One is the famous Vadakunathan temple and other the Paramekau temple. In this roundabout you can see the great statue of Maharaja Ramavarma of Cochin facing the great Vadakunathan temple. This marks the glory of that bygone old age that is still prevailing in the town of Thrissur. We can see the grandeur of the mighty Vadakunathan when we get into the round from the statue. It's awful, it's amazing. I have no words for this. So we are about to get into the main entrance of the Tekkingad Maidan. There is only one entrance and one exit to this Maidan. It is to maintain the traffic in the Maidan and to get a clear surveillance of the Maidan. So there we reached the 65 acres of vastness. Evenings will be full of people who come here to meditate for an evening walk or sometimes or just to sit back and relax after the day's labor. It's a great spot in Thrissur. We'll get in here and we'll take a break and we'll ride back to our destination. Finally, we are in the laps of Vadakunathan, the ultimate bliss. Yes, it is 65 acres of divine rich bliss, calmness, peace, and solitude. It's a place that is a must visit one if you are there in Thrissur. This temple is currently under control of archaeological department. Best ambience blessed with years old ancestral trees, that too in the middle of a crowded town. Unbelievable. This priceless spot is the core emotion of the people in Thrissur. Positivity at its peak. Take a deep breath and just relax. It's also a rider sport where the riders can take a break to get energized for the next lap.
കാസർഗോഡല്ല എപ്പോഴാണ് ഇപ്പോൾ തിരുവനന്തപുരത്താ വെള്ളം കരുതില്ലേ ശരി.
I met some riders from Kasargod who are on their way to Kanyakumari, and they are also at the spot of Vadakunathan, taking a break, taking some clicks, getting some energy, feeling the bliss. It's a usual thing that you see in front of Vadakunathan. People take snaps, people park their bike like this in front of the temple, take some clicks, gaze at their bike and see what it is, feel what it is. It's a rapture that only the ones who have been here can understand. So getting back from the place, and it is magical, and once you are here it's hard to get out from the circle. Crossing the circle and checking out through the gate. So there are 17 roads connecting to the circle. I'm taking the one that connects me to Irinyalakuda. So 30 more kilometers to reach our first destination, where we are going to see some G2 Royal Enfield bullets and some British motorcycle parts. So stay tuned and stay connected. Stick on to the series and you are going to see more and more beautiful motorcycles from Thrissur. So keep watching, stay safe, and bye.